Got the alert.
We're on. We're good. Intro's
Is there
over.
an intro?
It's over.
Oh, okay. Sorry. We can't see the intro video. Only Mr. Paxton can. Welcome to episode 2 of the Royal Dirtbags show. I'm joined here with, I'm Michael Gallion. I'm joined here with Scott Knight, Brett Bechtel, Cody Hibbert, Joe Paxton, and Terry Stevens. We hopefully have an interesting lineup for you tonight. One thing you should see down in the bottom, scroll along the bottom of your screen, if you have topics that you want us to talk about, you can make comments on Facebook or YouTube, and we'll see them. I've got them pulled up right here on my screen, and we can figure out what we're going to talk about. We are going to open up, though. One thing that a lot of things have been going around on social media, a lot of people have been talking about what their favorite sports moments are. So we were talking about this. We've kind of been texting back and forth. Sports Center's been doing some stuff on Twitter about the best college athletes, best college moments. So we're going to go around the horn here and talk about our favorite moment in sports. Now, this is not something that happened to you directly. This is you as a fan, not as a coach or a player. So Brett Bechtel, we're going to let you start this. What is your favorite moment in all sports?
I think probably because I was there in person. There's been a lot. We've all been involved in sports, and my dad being a varsity coach and all that stuff. A lot of memories of that stuff. But as a fan, the '85 Bears in the Super Bowl Shuffle was awesome. I will never forget that. Walter Payton, all-time favorite football player ever. But for probably the 2015 national championship game here at Lucas Oil, Duke versus Wisconsin. I got tickets actually from Tim Rutherford because Kentucky got beat and he wasn't going to go to the game. So I got them from him. And my brother and I went. We were dressed in our Duke stuff and we walked down. We got there a little bit early, walked downtown. I've never given, and it kind of sounds weird now, I've never given that many random high fives to people that I didn't know. If there was somebody who had blue and black on and had something said Duke, you were giving them a high five. It just, and it was just, the atmosphere downtown was awesome. The weather was pretty good. Our seats were up.
And thus started coronavirus.
Huh?
And that's when coronavirus started.
Yeah, that's when it started to spread, probably. And we were there, and I remember the national anthem. They had the eagle that flew from one end to the other, and it flew towards us. And it was like, and he landed right as it was about to end. I mean, that was just awesome. Just total goosebumps. And then it was a really good game, and back and forth. And Duke made the run at the end, and they won. And so and one shining moment is one of my all-time favorite. That kind of ends the season for me for everything. And we got to see it live. We walked closer down by the bench, got fairly close to the floor, and we took each other's pictures with the guys on the podium in the back, and it said Duke 2015 National Champions. So we got to watch one shining moment there in the stadium, and it was just watching them cut down the nets. It was pretty awesome. So as a fan, that's probably because I was there. That was probably my favorite moment that I've had as a fan in terms of just of a sports moment.
That's a pretty good one.
It was pretty awesome.
That was very well described. The description reminded me, it was like I was in class with them, that just a lecture where you get that descriptive, right. This is how it was. You feel like you were there. I love it.
Oh, I'm telling you, I will never, because it's, just being there at the Final Four, then it being the national championship, and it happened to be the team who Derek and I, ever going all the way back to the 85-86 team with Tommy Amaker and Johnny Dawkins. That's when we really started liking them. And it just kind of grew from there. And then have the opportunity to be able to go see them in the national championship game in that atmosphere. And then they won. They came back and they won. It was just awesome. It was just awesome.
Scott, what do you think?
Well, I got to go with the '85 Bears too, but I was not in person. Although I did have the Super Bowl Shuffle memorized. I remember having it. You remember we used to make book covers? You guys have to do that when you're in school?
Yeah.
Like out of grocery bags and stuff. Well, Galleon's too young. Cody,
We did. Well, I went to Knightstown. Yeah, we did it.
So I had the verses of
That was your books?
written on my book covers that year. I remember that. But like as in person, I was at the, was it 2006, 7, something, Kansas beating Memphis, the national championship that didn't actually happen according to the NCAA.
Yeah.
So we saw Chalmers shot put into
Oh,
overtime. And
man.
so that was pretty cool. And then going to the Army Navy game this year was pretty freaking cool too.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
So, but I didn't have a rooting interest in either of those. It was just as a pure fan, just be able to go. Those were pretty cool. And I think I saw the first game on Boise State's blue. So,
Was it the one that you were playing in?
no, it was the first game was it was a college game. I think I was in middle school still. I think when that happened.
What year?
I don't remember the year. They gave out pieces of the turf, but it was almost like that indoor-outdoor grass that was blue instead of, like people used to have on their patios.
Oh, yeah.
It was that kind of stuff that they handed out, and they played like Long State or some Cal Poly or something that was just some random thing, but it was blue, so everybody was fired up. Back before Boise State was Boise State.
Terry.
Well, I've lived a life of disappointment, so
Oh, Jesus.
being a sports fan. So I would say losing to
Sports fan or
Virginia-
Purdue fan?
Purdue fan. I would say losing to Virginia last year was kind of a highlight because we almost made it to the Final Four. But and being a Pacers fan, we haven't seen much from them. But I would say back in the day, I used to be a pretty big NASCAR fan. We were down in Talladega, and Earnhardt was, as an Earnhardt fan, and he was, I don't know, he was 15th, 17th, 18th with like 3 laps to go, and ended up coming back and winning that race. That was pretty cool to be at, and that was when they sold out all the races, and it was shoulder to shoulder. So other than that, been pretty meager for me.
That's pretty cool though.
Seeing Adam Barton play in high school, that was pretty interesting. That was pretty awesome.
You don't have to suck up there, Terry.
Oh, okay. Is he on?
He's
Is he
probably not
on?
listening.
Nah, he's not tuned in.
He's still waiting on me to send my 10 push-ups. So
Yes.
How many up to?
Hey, Ramage is listening to us again, and I read his comment last week. Ramage was in Idaho right now, so
Yeah.
shout out to him.
Yeah. Shout out.
Rick. Cody.
Probably as a kid growing up, I loved watching the Dream Team.
Oh,
I thought that was, we were glued to the TV. That was Michael Jordan, everything, for the 90s, the 90s.
greatest ever.
What?
Greatest ever. I don't want to hear any stuff. Stuff.
But, me and my brother, we had, one of those big plastic lockers you could buy, and it had Jordan stuff, Chicago Bulls wallpaper for our
Oh, yeah.
the bedroom, and had Chicago Bull wallpaper. Got older, probably my favorite sports moment, just because I don't think I've ever jumped up and screamed until this point, was probably the 2006-2007 AFC playoffs. And that was a cold day. Picked up the fumble and got the touchdown.
Yes.
But it was Jeff Friday, according to Ted Marchibroda.
Well, that seemed like for me, it up 28-28. But in my adult life, probably just because I'm a huge golf fan more than anything else, on Slater, and that was the one he thought he would never win. And to
That was
me,
pretty cool.
probably my favorite moment.
What about when he won the Masters for the first time and had his 1-inch vertical lead?
Yeah, that was good. And on in 2010, after his family, his mom and wife were got through the breast cancer scare.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Cool moment too.
Well, I'm not sure if people can hear me, so if you can hear me, like people couldn't hear me last episode, let me know, and I can change the Patriots. By far is probably my biggest or most exciting.
You were there?
Oh yeah, I was out with my brother-in-law. I can actually remember him getting text messages like, "I saw you on TV. I saw you on TV," and I was like, "Well, if they saw you on TV, they had to see me." So, but my phone was blank, nothing. But I'll get to that point in a minute. But it was just exciting whenever we realized the Colts were finally going to the Super Bowl, and people were hugging each other. I mean, we know a lot of the people that sit around us at the Colts games, but it's there was a lot of people I was hugging I didn't know. So we were just so excited we were going to the Super Bowl.
And you're not a big hugger.
And then I got home in front of where I would have been. Said something about Adam Vinatieri.
Of course.
I was like, okay, that makes sense now. So,
A face for radio.
and right after that happened.
Stop it,
Yeah, we'll ignore that next one.
jerk.
It's after the initial.
Made me
kickoff.
curse on the live stream.
Yeah, we can ignore that game.
Let's see
Great,
if people
man.
can hear me.
All right.
Oh, me? I've got one I was there and one I watched on TV. So we'll go with the one I was there. I believe it would have been 2011? Indy 500. My best friend and I had just got tickets. It was our first time going. We were down in the infield in turn 4. And that's when JR Hill off of turn 4 and slides down the entire wall on the last lap and ends up finishing second to Dan Weldon. And then it was crazy because you're watching this, he's about to win, and then all of a sudden, he can't make one more corner after he just made, how many of them already. And it was nuts to see that. And then Dan Weldon actually ended up dying later that year in a wreck in Vegas.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
But the one that I wasn't there for, and I remember it because the radio call. It's the 90, and we always used to watch all the Pacer games. We'd mute them and listen to Slick and Mark Boyd. Was just awesome, And the other radio call that always gives me chills is the Don Fisher when Christian Watford hit that shot again for IU Kentucky.
It's Kentucky, yeah.
That was those radio guys just give me chills.
Already walking on the court towards the locker rooms. He knew what was happening, knew what was going in. I always get fixated on that. This Randy Brown walking off.
Now, Mr. Poff says the feed's breaking up a little bit. So Paxton, what have you guys been watching? Trying to, stay entertained with no sports on TV.
What was it? The Dodge juggle the other night on the Ocho. Had to knock the bowling pins out of the juggler's. It was entertaining.
That was a good one.
They did not look like professional athletes.
No, they did not. And the team that they got before, they had a tall guy and put a girl on his shoulder so they could defend the juggler. They defend the juggler.
Two of Stranger Things started.
Maniac.
And I try. I
Slow.
season 1 of Stranger Things. Like I had Cheese Whiz and Cheese Triscuit crackers so much. I ate so much of it. I never went down after I got sick of them.
That's TV I want to see.
To be brought up at lunch.
Okay. All right. Well, yes. So yeah, I haven't gotten to it yet, and I just can't do it. I don't know why. I know I get through the first 4 episodes better, but
Season 2 slow. It's a slow burn, but the last couple episodes are awesome.
Saying every now and then it'll say 0 and then it'll say normal, 0 then normal.
I mean, I've got it pulled up on YouTube, and it's not like you said.
You stop it. I did change a setting today that I thought would make the quality better, and maybe I didn't. Maybe stop it and then just start it right back up.
Yeah, let's try that.
now that Terry joined.
So
Coronavirus is messing with our lives.
I think we're back on. So hopefully this is better. I'm plugged in. I'm plugged into my modem. So I'm not going through Wi-Fi even.
It looks like Facebook's still going. Your sister's impressed you hugged your brother-in-law, Joe.
Yeah, we were hugging everybody.
Yeah.
Harry, Brett, what have you guys been watching?
Let's see. I've watched a lot of old Final Four games on YouTube. That's been fun. I was telling Scott earlier that the 92 Final Four, it's funny how in 28 years that, the 92 Final Four, it was like everything was played inside the 3-point line. There was hardly any ball screens. A lot of guys posting up, and it's just funny how it's changed. But with Prime, we have Prime Video, and we're in season 2 of Hannibal. That's really good. I mean, it's pretty disturbing, but it's really good. So that's kind of what we've been into here lately. So, and that's about it.
Well, my principal here at the house has been making me work on the back patio, so that's what I've been working on. But when I do watch TV, I like to watch some of the old basketball games. They had Celtics and Lakers on the other day, Bird and Magic, those kind of games. That was a different game than what they play now.
Oh yeah.
So I watched a couple of old NASCAR races back in the 80s and stuff like that. So I did watch today one episode of, it's on Netflix. I can't think of it, but something Tiger. It's about
The Tiger King.
Oh, the Tiger King.
Yeah, I watched one episode.
I've heard about it.
First episode, it kind of drew me in, so it's pretty interesting.
Joe?
Honestly, I haven't watched much. I watched the Ocho that night that they had marble racing. I think a belly flop diving competition. And what was the other thing that they had that night? Oh, the juggling, the Dodge juggling. I watched that night. I can't hardly watch Sports Center, those morning Sports Center shows right now, just because there's nothing going on, and
And you have 2 small children.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult. And then I watched the first half of Frozen 2 with Kaylee.
We did watch that. Watch.
She gets scared at certain points, so we have to stop. I don't remember.
Yeah.
So I haven't
On Frozen 2?
the way through.
Yeah, it's not as good as the first one.
Art.
So other than that, that's really all I've watched. I saw a little bit of a 94 Pacers game or 95 Pacers game, the end of it, and I watched the iRacing NASCAR race, which was kind of entertaining, actually. IndyCar.
They did a good job with that broadcast.
Yeah.
Like they made the broadcast entertaining.
IndyCar's doing one Saturday, same kind of thing. So I might watch that. But
Like Golick and Wingo had Hamlin on Monday morning talking about the iRacing.
it looked like you were watching a real race, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, other than sometimes in pit lane they would go through each other.
Yeah.
They just kept ripping on Jimmy Johnson not being able to turn corners.
No, he was pretty bad. Well, okay, we're gonna try. We're still having these problems on
Still
YouTube.
not
Keeps
working?
YouTube's still not working very well. I don't know about Facebook how it's working, but I think the last thing we're gonna look at here is we're gonna do a thing that Coach Paxton came up with about dad jokes. So we have all had to come up with a list of dad jokes, and what we're gonna do is we're going to read the joke and see if we can tell if the rest of the guys can go without laughing. So we're going to start with Scott Knight.
All right. What did the buffalo say to his son when he dropped him off at school? Bison. How many do I get? What is the best part about living in Switzerland? I don't know, but the flag is a big plus.
It's a vexillology joke. I like that. I appreciate it.
There you go. Sheldon Cooper would
Geography.
appreciate that. All right, one more. Why do you never see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're so good at it. No, that's.
Hey, Bechtel, on to you.
This may be too soon,
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's never a good way to
Excuse me.
start.
But yeah, disclaimer. Why has Antarctica not had any of the virus yet? Because it's been
Why?
isolated.
No.
Yeah. All right.
Not bad.
How about why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? It was too tired.
I like that one.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, you like that one?
Now, when you tell this to your kids, you got to explain the punchline to them.
Yeah, because here, I'll give you one. Okay, here's my last one. This is a tribute to Valerie. Okay, she does this. She's quite the class clown and kind of the contrarian. And she will, no matter who she's talking to, especially her grandparents on the phone when we do the Google Duo thing, the video call stuff. And she'll say, knock, knock, who's there? And she'll say, pickle papaw. And of course, then he'll say, pickle papaw who? And she'll say, you. It's everything pickle something or whatever. It's pickle something. So that's her joke. So that's her famous knock knock joke. So anything, so pickle, I guess, is supposed to be some sort of derogatory comment or something like that. I guess a knock on somebody.
So next year, when she's in kindergarten, you're going to have meetings about her calling people pickles.
No, she's still got another year. She's
you're lucky.
got another year to season her knock knock pickle jokes.
There you go.
But then, yeah, knock knock. Who? Pickle Mrs. Harmon.
Yeah.
Pickle Mrs. Harmon. Who? You. No. I'll get called down to the office. That's it. That's all I got.
Paxton.
Hey, Cody.
Hey, Joe.
Why couldn't the toilet paper cross the road?
Why?
He got stuck in a crack.
Brett, I think that counts for Brett.
I think Bechtel laughed.
Yeah, that counts for Brett.
Are you ready? Ready? Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
Which U.S. state is famous for extra small soft drinks?
I don't know.
Minnesota.
Nice. I like the toilet paper one better. Anytime you can say crack.
Crack. Got me. Can't help it.
What did Michael Jackson call his denim store?
Uh-oh.
Billie Jeans.
Of course.
Great song.
Still too soon.
I'm apparently too young.
Oh, come on, man. That's a great song.
Oh, no.
Jeez.
All right, that's all I got. Well, I got more, but those.
Cody. I know Cody has some good ones.
I got a lot. Hey, Terry.
Yes.
What kind of car does an egg drive?
I don't know what kind.
A Volkswagen. All right. That got Michael.
No, just the accent more than anything.
That got Michael. All right. Why did Tom? Oh, hold on. Why did Tom Cruise recently make a movie about camping?
I don't know.
Because his movies are always intense.
Oh.
All right.
Intense.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
How do you know where Will Smith is during a snowstorm?
I want to say because he's getting jiggy with it.
Nope, you just follow the Fresh Prince.
Oh.
Wow.
Hold on, I got a few more here. They're good.
Oh, please, good.
What did the magician who moonlights as a fisherman say? Pick a cod, any cod. That got Terry.
If you'd done the accent with that, that would have been good too.
Pick a cod, any
You do
cod.
all of them in accent.
Yeah, that's true. So I was meeting a girl on a blind date. She asked me if I could meet her at the gym. She never showed up. I guess we're not going to work out.
I like that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Is that a joke?
realistic.
Real
I
life.
wasn't for sure where that was going, but
Very
Well,
I didn't know if
realistic.
that was a
I've
joke
had
or a
worse
story.
blind dates than that.
I think we're saving blind date failures for next time.
All right. Did you hear about the cow who was bludgeoned to death by one of those small ceramic angels? Anybody hear about that?
Oh, no.
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 It was the first case of a knick-knack paddywhack.
I'm sorry. That was pretty good.
Did you hear about the movie called Constipation?
It has.
It hasn't come out yet.
Terry.
Sorry, not
Okay,
ruined your joke.
Last
Okay,
one. Last one. Here it is. Why did Snoop Dogg always carry an umbrella?
Why?
For drizzle.
What?
For drizzle. That's it.
All right.
Thank you.
And by the way, we getting any comments for ideas?
No, just Aaron Spalding saying hi.
No.
Glad he's got time for us.
Jennifer does. I'm sure Aaron isn't wasting his time with us.
No comments for ideas? We can't make fun of people with stupid comments?
No,
No,
nobody has stupid comments yet.
Jeez. That's no fun.
Terry, you got any good jokes?
Yeah, I kind of did mine a little different. I based them on your teaching genres, except for Joe's. This was a little too cheesy for me. So,
Oh boy.
Brett, this one's for you. How was the Roman Empire cut in half?
How?
A pair of Caesars.
Okay.
Okay, Michael, this one's for you. Okay, if you're American when you go in the bathroom and American when you come out, what are you when you're in the bathroom?
I don't know what.
European.
They got Joe.
All right, Scott, this one's yours. This is more of a statement.
All right.
Autocorrect has become my worst enemy.
I want to laugh at that, but I don't want to
Oh, Brett, I heard it. The laugh through your nose.
Okay, Joe, I need your help on this one. Okay, why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know why.
To visit the moron. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
The chicken.
Got Scott.
All right, Cody, this one's yours.
All right.
Okay, so a doctor tells a woman she only has 6 months to live. He told her to marry a science teacher because it'll make that 6 months seem like a very long time.
We got to remember this stuff for when we get back and eat lunch together.
But you guys wouldn't let me tell my dirty jokes. That's about as best I can come up with.
This is a family-friendly show.
I know.
It is.
All right, Brett, you got some?
Yes. Huh?
Did you already tell yours?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Michael, you got some?
I got a couple. I think I did it wrong. I came up with a bunch of redneck jokes, and then I realized they wouldn't play well here. Things like, if your wife's ever said, "Hey, come move this transmission so I can take a bath," you might be a redneck.
Huh.
And you know that. So I have a couple here, but we'll see. So today, my son said, "Can I have a bookmark?" And it made me really sad because he's 11 years old and he still doesn't know my name. Get it? Get it? Bookmark? Yeah.
Mark's not his name.
I got it. How do you make holy water?
Oh.
You boil the hell out of it.
Got Terry.
Well, I was allowed to say my cuss word.
It's not a cuss word. It's a place.
A place.
It's a town in Michigan.
Like, yeah.
I've already said one on
Did
here
you
anyway.
say it's all of Michigan?
No, it's a town in Michigan.
Oh.
It's all of Kentucky. If a child refuses to sleep during a nap, are they guilty of resisting arrest? Resisting arrest,
Ask your daughter.
and she doesn't sleep.
Boo.
Last one. This goes with government stuff. The Secret Service, when the president gets shot at, they yell, "Get down, get down." Now they're not allowed to do that anymore. They have to yell, "Donald Duck."
They have to yell what?
Donald Duck.
I don't get it. Oh, I get it now.
I'm dying up here.
Hey, so we have. I'm just reading the comments off Facebook real quick. We have a couple people want to know what kind of ideas we want. We are trying to have this show semi-regularly while we're all away from each other, so we need ideas to discuss because we can only do this so long, right? And that's kind of what we're looking for. Things we can, I don't know, act like it's the barbershop and discuss. So anybody who's watching, if you have thoughts for us, I mean, we last week we discussed alternative sporting events. And what else? I don't remember now.
Coach Spalding wants to know who we think the worst sports color commentators are of all time.
Billy Packer.
Billy Packer.
Just like Bill Walton.
Kareem was
Bill Walton
awful.
is-
Bill Walton.
Bill Walton's bad.
Oh, I love
great-
Bill Walton. Bill Walton,
Oh,
Dave
great.
Nash are awesome.
He's a
Dan
great
Dockett.
storyteller.
Dan Dockett is horrible.
I think the third team guys like Rich Gannon and some of those quarterbacks on the NFL games, they're not great.
Yeah.
It's the guys that don't know the guys that don't know the teams that they're calling. Those
Yeah.
that they're used to calling the AFC South and they get stuck with like an NFC West game. Those are the ones.
Who's the catcher that used to do stuff for CBS or Tim
McCarver.
McCarver? Oh man, he drives me nuts. There's two parts to the hit and run: the hit and the run. Thank you.
It's a John Madden one right there.
Yeah, John Madden,
Whoever has the most points wins the game.
but he's a character, you know. I
Brett
mean,
Favre.
how about Frank Caliendo?
Mad
doing
TVs when they would do the whole John Madden thing and it'd have like a cardboard cutout of Brett Favre in the hot tub with John Madden.
That was great.
Funny stuff.
All right.
I'm wondering if Spalding has somebody he's hoping we say that is a bad color commentator.
Well,
Is he wanting
told me because we were talking through text about watching some of these old Final Four games, and he said that early on that Jacob and Silas they hated Billy Packer after about a game, and I said I've been saying that for 30 years. He was awful.
He was on my plane back from San Antonio when I went to the Final Four.
Ugh.
Here's an unpopular opinion. Somebody I can't stand listening to, Dick Vitale.
Yeah,
He's like he's a cartoon now.
he is. He's kind of
Yes.
a cartoon character at this point.
But he offers no insight into the game. It's just
Yeah.
like,
It's all about the catchphrases and stuff.
Exactly.
He's kind of like a washed up athlete that's still playing, just kind of a shell of himself. He's just not the same. I mean, he was always kind of over the top anyway. He's just, yeah. I feel bad. He's done so much for the game too. I mean, he's done so much for all the, the cancer research and all that stuff.
Now, if we're talking about people that we like, that's good. I love Herb Street,
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
and I really like. I know a lot of people don't like Tony Romo, but I like Romo too.
Yeah, those two helped me, being a non-football guy. Those two helped me see stuff and learn stuff about football I didn't know just by watching, the telecast.
And that's how. So I know Terry hates Dan Dockich, but that's how Dockich is for me.
He can be. He
Insight into the game.
top too.
He just goes over the top with acting like he knows everything about everything.
Yes, and purposely trying to be a
But
what? Yeah, there we go. A butthole.
The biggest problem I have with him is every game, doesn't matter what the team is, there's somebody on there that does something and they're the best in the country at it. Like even the Purdue games, they're the best at he'd say Painter's the best at this, or they're the best at the pick and roll. And it's like, you can't say that every game.
He finds the one thing that they have the best sub shop in their cafeteria here on campus, you know.
Yep.
See,
All right,
I
so-
like Jim Nance when he's doing the Masters.
Yeah, Jim Nance is good.
Friends.
Hello, friends.
Fran Fraschilla is really good college basketball.
Who?
Fran Fraschilla,
Yeah. I always
Hubie
Okay.
Brown.
so here
Hubie Brown is awesome.
Hubie Brown's awesome. And he's even better in person. I heard him at a Nike clinic in St. Louis. I can't tell him the stories here on the live stream.
Yeah, probably not.
Awesome.
I do
By the way, just in case Doc is just watching, I do like your haircut, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Barry, here's one for you, an old NASCAR fan. What about Ned Jarrett?
Yeah, Ned was. I liked Benny Parsons better, but
Yeah,
Ned
I
was
like
a
Benny
good one.
Parsons.
He was a good one. Yeah, they're not the same as what they used to be. When Earnhardt died, it fell apart.
I would agree.
Okay, Spalding wants to know ugliest uniforms of all time now.
Any that roll up their shorts.
Ugh.
But
At least
the
uniforms.
Baylor's uniforms a couple years ago, those highlighter, the
Yeah.
basketball ones, those were
Yeah.
atrocious.
Yes.
They were like the bright yellow. And the old 1980s San Diego Padres, like brown and
Oh,
orange
the brown and yeah,
Mhm.
or yellow, whatever it was.
brown and yellow.
Yeah.
What about the Vancouver Canucks? The old school V.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
However, I
Hotel
heard
was on there.
when the Canucks were terrible, their nickname was the Knuckleheads, which I think is fantastic.
You want to know one of my
Knuckle.
we'll go favorite uniforms of all time here is arena football. Anybody know the Iowa Barnstormers?
Oh yeah. with
Oh yeah,
goggles
the
on
helmet with the
top
thing,
and
the
wings.
goggles on there.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was awesome. Black and gold.
they were pretty good.
Red.
Very
They-
creative.
They let's see. Hold on here.
How about the new Chargers logo? Ugh.
Yeah, but it's not as bad as the new Rams logo.
Oh yeah, not Chargers. Sorry, I meant the Rams. Sorry.
that's the
I'm-
bad part about it is everybody thinks it's the Chargers logo.
Yeah, that's confusing. It's like they picked somebody in Southern
Those are
California.
Whoa,
man.
Nice.
that is a uniform.
Or the Steelers kind of look like that, those throwbacks.
Oh yeah.
They're like the bumblebee kind of looking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those were pretty nasty too.
That's a
Well-
camo thing. That's a,
Spalding says the old Bengals helmets that had the tiger stripes and the Steeler uniforms look like bumblebees.
Here, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen here. The Iowa Barnstormers. You can see that helmet there.
Is it,
oh yeah.
you need it on Kurt Warner though.
So, well, I think we're going to have to wrap up here soon. We're approaching an hour. We run out of time here. So, anything for the good of the cause before we wrap it up?
Well, I know I saw a comment that they wanted to talk about Mr. Hibbert's TikTok.
Yes, I saw Colton H. I'm guessing that's Colton Herta, the IndyCar driver.
I have no idea. Yeah, I started a TikTok 4 days ago, and that's about it. And
Are
eventually,
you TikTok famous yet, like the kid from Blue River?
Yeah.
one of my videos got like 4,000 views.
Good
So
grief.
yeah.
That was just Landon watching it over and over again.
probably,
Yeah,
probably people showing other people to make fun of me the whole time. So I get so
Just
bored
Landon
here,
and Smitty.
So yeah, I get so bored. I've been trying new social media. So
Anything else for the good of the cause before we sign off here?
Well, what do we have to look forward to in the next Corn Teacher
Yeah.
there, Cody?
Oh yeah.
the next one will be because we probably get to go back to school in May. We will not have time to do my volcano project. So I'm going to make a video showing how to do a good eruption, and it'll be pretty much making elephant toothpaste and that kind of stuff. So
Cool.
I'm in. You got anything else going on?
Stay at home, quit going out,
Yeah.
so we can go back to our normal lives.
Yeah, get this over with.
Ugh. Brutal.
Let's have some nice weather so we can go outside.
Yeah.
Could not be a stay-at-home dad. No way.
No.
Yeah.
I did hear something funny that Facebook's got all kinds of memes of people that are now homeschooling their kids.
Oh yeah.
Somebody said, I saw my neighbor scraping my kid is an honor student sticker off there.
That's so when somebody said something about, that annoying student you have who's never absent. Yeah, well, that's my kid at home.
That's funny.
That's fantastic.
Okay, well, then with that, keep giving us some ideas. I think we'll talk more about jerseys and we'll talk more about personal favorite sports moments next time. And we'll see you guys probably next week sometime.
See you around.
Stay safe.